Hi, this is Dorothy with Scrapbooking, and oh my goodness, I totally blew it. I missed doing the February layout for my subscription. And wouldn't you know, it's got hearts for Valentine's Day, and that's a nice basic one that most any picture could go with. So I am going to go ahead and get the show on the road here. I can't believe it. I knew I was late in getting March out, but boy, February just went by me. So here are all the pieces. This is the stickers that I'm just going to cut apart. It just kind of makes it easier to focus, honestly, when you've got all the pieces separated. So here's the layout 1 and layout 2, and layout 2 has got a whole lot more things than layout 1. So we'll just put that aside. I'm just kind of popping out all the pieces for layout 1. We've got hearts, we've got flowers. I like the black and white. There seems to be a lot of black and white right now for, giving some punch to your layouts. So here we go. Look at how cute that is with the colors, the color hearts going with it. So I would say this is probably a good time before you put anything down. Go ahead and put those hearts down. That's not what I did. And as a result, I missed putting some down. So this strip goes on the bottom. So all those sticker hearts, you can kind of look at the page and see where those hearts belong. So I would highly recommend doing that and not necessarily watching what I'm doing here. So I've got the strip to go at the top, and see that there's that black heart that I was looking for earlier. So just to make it easier, to make sure you've got it right on the very edge of your background paper, then turning it upside down gives you a really good view of it. And so remember that you've got it upside down. So when you put any piece that has a right side up on it, then you want to take that into account, which I'm not doing there because look, I'm putting the hearts on upside down. So you don't want to do that. So I put it down and then I turn it around and it's like, oh, the hearts are upside down. Oh my goodness, what is the matter with me? And so I'm just going ahead and putting my placeholders on their background mat. And I really like this black and white bouquet, and it's a double piece, and so they actually line up. So when you're putting those two together, you want to make sure that they're lined up. So there, I figured out what I did. So I'm straightening it out, and I'm going to go ahead and pop up the flowers from the leaves. And I mean, look, if you wanted to color these flowers with your markers, boy, have at it, because they're just kind of screaming to be, or even use your watercolor pencils or your watercolor tray, whatever you want to do. But they just kind of are screaming to get colored to me. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one in place, and see, that's when I start covering up where the hearts belong so that a little smidgen of them shows through. So I kind of blew that. So I'm just kind of putting it along the bottom edge and the one that goes up between the two pictures. So I can still tuck all of my pictures underneath that bouquet. And so there's a real big black heart that goes there, and then a smaller one goes up top. And there's a third one that goes over to the left, but I don't see that until later. And so now I realize that the hearts have to kind of go, and it's hard to put them exactly where they're supposed to be because I've covered up the area. Not a big deal. We can recover from all of these things, so it's really not a big deal at all. But I'm just saying, Listen to what I say in the after I'm finished, because I've already made the mistakes for you. So I'm going to put the yellow. So you see that they have them so that they're kind of in a rainbow pattern. And so you want to kind of be careful of where you put the colors so that it kind of stays consistent. So I would put the greens there, and it's such pretty colors too. And the first thing I thought of, I'll tell you, when I saw these colors is like, I've got the sparkle gems that have these colors. I've got pink, and I've got gold, and I've got green, and I've got the blue. And so I'm going to add my sparkle gems, and why not go ahead and use, some of your stash, because some of the pieces, some of the gems that I have are discontinued. So go ahead and, add, anytime you have these scrapbook pages, these subscriptions, they could always handle a little bit more embellishment than what they've got. So also be careful over here, because I'm putting these pieces a 1/2 inch in from the side. But I don't put them up the right distance from the bottom. So that one is supposed to go up probably another inch. So I kind of messed that up too, but I can always recover. And so here's this, it says, "You wear my heart." Oh, you warm my heart. I was going to say, where's the sleeve? "You warm my heart." Kind of a funny little font, isn't it? And so I'm just kind of filling in. So I realized that there's supposed to be more, that kind of smoothie colored background is supposed to be up. But so I'm just going to add pieces that are supposed to be lower, and I'm putting them higher to kind of fill in that gap up there. And then I've got my green hearts going down here. And this is the same strip that went on the left page. So, and I'm just making it go right up to the very edge of the background paper. And so this also is going on there. And I'm going to go ahead, and now I'm more aware of the hearts and the direction that they need to go in. So I'm going to make sure that I put them right side up. So what I didn't notice is, you see those spotted pieces that are about 1.5 inches or so long over on the left-hand side there. They should be going up on that top bar. And I didn't even notice them, which, I get footloose on these layouts, I have to tell you. I get really footloose on them. And then there's a piece called Memories, and I don't even see where that goes. So I just go ahead and put it up top there. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this little circle underneath the yellow, because it goes there, and then the leaves and the larger heart go down here by the green. And so I'm going to go ahead and pop the leaves up and just put the little stickers on the bottom there so that it doesn't cover up a picture. So then the heart gets Tombow, and I put that right on top of the stems of the leaves. So here comes my 4x6, and then 2 3x4s. So I'm trying to figure out, where does that Memories go? So I kind of decided it could go up there. See, and then I realized, okay, so I found that heart, and it goes over here. And then I'm like, okay, so here are my gems. So I've got What are those? I forget which blue they are. Bluebell, maybe. Anyway, they're beautiful. Look at that color. I mean, it's just, I think it's gorgeous. That's why I kind of wanted to add a little sparkle to these. And then this green is like one of my favorites, and it is a julep that it was color of the year a few years ago. So just, and they look so perfect with the hearts. So I was really happy I thought about this. And these are just some pink ones, not exactly what you would call, that's kind of has a lot of orange to it. My gems don't. And then I'm using gold for the yellow. And I kind of question that too, but you know what? It looks really good with the yellow. And so just a little bit of sparkle. Just kind of, I try to make it, random. So I have a little triangle of them in the corner, and then I'm putting some pink ones up here by the kind of orangey hearts. And then I get to put some more of the julep down here. That's ginger just meandering around, making noise. So that was fun. I was really glad that, like I said, you can add quite a bit of stuff to these subscription pages because they're not highly detailed like our scrapbook workshops. So here I finally find these polka dots and realize that they go up on the strip up here. Who knew? I mean, I'm not sure why they didn't print them on the strip to begin with, but it's always nice to have a little more dimension. More layers is what that's all about. So here we go on to layout number 2. Now, just FYI, I think I'm really getting much slower in my ability to do things. I used to be able to pop these out in 30 to 40 minutes. This one took me, well, it was under an hour, but I did add some things that I didn't need to. The gems and also some silver string that you'll see. That was a little tedious in the doing. So this one's nice. I like this because this mat will hold a 5x7 picture, which, so if you've got a really good picture that you want to make a little bit bigger to the 5x7, then this is good. I mean, these are light blues with a sky background. I don't really know what wouldn't go with this. I mean, I just think it's a super versatile page that, could be used for a lot of stuff. So we've got a little journaling card here that tucks underneath. And I'm just kind of trying to look about where to place it. And it goes close to the 11 on that kind of library card thing. And then we've got the little denim and what looks like a little postage stamp. So, and I'm keeping the glue away from where the pictures would go. So it's a pretty background, isn't it, with those clouds? I was really thinking of taking some texture paste and making some dimensional clouds on this layout, because I think you could totally do that. And you could even add, if you wanted to, you could even add a touch of blue or grayish, light gray to the texture paste, because sometimes clouds have some gray shadows in them. But I still may do that, but that was just a thought to add some dimension to that, because I was looking at the picture thinking, okay, or the background, what could I do to add to this? And I did think about doing the texture paste, because it's super easy to do, and I love the way it looks. So all these little banners go on, and those are a little tedious to put on, but I make them even more tedious. So I like these outlines. I really like those outlines a lot. So I was thinking at first of just putting Tombow, but then you get all the little Tombow webs from it. So I'm just going to use the dot the Tombow glue, the clear glue around. So you can just kind of slide the letters around until they fit and totally take up the opening of the letter. So that's the good thing about using glue as opposed to the Tombow runner. Couldn't think of the word. So I've got my letters glued in place, and now I'm just going to put Tombow on the back to little sticky on my scrap pad there. So look at that, isn't that cute? And the fun thing is, you have a you and me that you could totally take. Now see, I didn't even see this on the instructions. These light pieces, sometimes it's hard for me to see them. Anyway, so the insides of the letters have you and me. And so you can totally make another page with you and me as a title and color them in whatever colors you want to use. So I would keep those letters and use them at another time. So we're getting a lot of those, it seems like. We're getting a lot of these letters that are cut out from an outline of a letter. And so I've got, I think I've got family and some other words that, can totally be used for a lot of layouts. So I like this. This is like my husband's favorite color combination, tan and blues. Totally his favorite color combination. So I'm going to have to get a nice picture of him to put on this because it's just so fitting for him. So I'm looking at these little banners and they're just kind of up there wafting in the wind. And so I end up putting some silver thread going through there. So would that drive you crazy? Dog making that noise all the time? She's been outside. She's had treats. She's had all of her needs taken care of, but she still makes those noises. It makes me nuts. So I was looking at the silver thread. So I have all this stuff right here at my fingertips. And I thought, I haven't used this thread in a really, really long time. So I can just kind of hang the banners from the thread, right? Totally makes sense. So I'm just going to take some washi tape. And these are the reasons why it took me a little bit more time. Because I got a little footloose here. So I'm just putting some washi tape on the back side. And then I'm going to pull up what I already stuck down, add a little bit more runner to it, and then run the silver thread underneath. You don't have to do this. You just don't have to be so literal with your banners like I am. I don't know what to say. I guess I was wanting to use up some of that silver thread. I mean, what do I save embellishments more for? I've gone through that, right, with you. It's like, what am I saving embellishments for? I mean, just use them. So there we go. And then we go to the next page. There we go. That's better. Okay, so now the what is that? A spiral bound notebook going there. And then it says, here's a light blue. See, my husband, if I showed him this layout, he'd love it. So it says, look at this. And that little piece goes on the bottom along with a little half circle. And of course, another heart goes in the half circle. Now you could totally put a date on that half circle if you wanted to. And we've got the little hearts, little craft brown hearts. And they're going to go on the other two banners that go on this page. So this is the same thing. I decided I had to be literal and have the banners hanging from a string. Sorry, I'm just messing up my camera here. So I've got the washi tape hanging from the camera. So I'm just kind of placing to see how I want them. I don't know where that goes. There's a couple of pieces that I'm telling you I did not see where they went on the instructions. And that little banner piece is one of them. I have no idea where it goes. I put it someplace, but I did not see it on the instructions of where it's supposed to go. I'm losing it, or they're losing it. Somebody is. Anyway, you can put it where you want to. Yep, there. That doesn't really make any sense, but you know, that could be a banner from Look at This with a continuation down at the bottom. So that's my justification for putting it down there. So here's some more. So I got rid of one little thing, spool of silver for the silver thread. Now I'm working on the second one here. And I'm going to go ahead and tape it behind. And then just kind of run the banners. And all the banners go in the same order. So it's the craft dotted one, and then the lined one, then the blue, and then the bold stripe. This was a little bit more difficult. It was just being kind of fussy. And I've hung the washi tape on the arm that holds the camera. That's why the camera keeps on wobbling. Sorry about that. Okay, so I've got the next one going. So I put them side by side so I could kind of match the where the banners go. So they looked kind of consistent. And then I start moving the banners around. Well, when you do, then I ripped the paper. That started a whole nother thing. So now I've got to put an embellishment where the ripped paper is, because you can't have ripped paper just showing through, right? So then I'm thinking, okay, well, let's get out the blue gems and put those in. So what I've done was I put the silver thread there, and then I hit it with the blue gems. So you can either put the silver thread there or not, or if you want to, you can just put a glitter gem in between the banners and not put any of the thread there. So you have several things that you can do. You don't have to put anything there. Then you could use a thread there to hang the banners on, or you can just put some glitter gems in between the banners if you want to. Or you can, oh boy, what can I say? Anyway, I think they look best to not go all the way out to the end and just have the 3 in the middle. But that's okay. There we go. For the most part, my boo-boo is covered. It's still there a little bit, but I'm going to ignore it. So there we go. There's the second layout. Now on that big brown background on the right-hand side, 4 3x3 pictures go there, or whatever you want. I just forgot to put the placements in place. Thanks for watching. Bye now.
Hi, I'm Dorothy Smith. Thanks for watching my video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel and learn along with me. Thanks. Bye-bye.